Hello, and welcome once again to more Friendsim 2. This time we're jumping into Volume 6 with loads of quadrant drama. If you enjoy my content, liking the video goes a long way, and if you see yourself coming back, why not hit that subscribe button and slap the bell since I have no schedule at all with this stuff. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. Oh, and happy 2024, y'all.
Hello. We are just off the cusp of the other video that I made with Friendsim 2. This is quite literally about 10 minutes after I got done with Volume 5. And if you haven't watched those, I highly suggest you watch those as well as all the ones before, because this is a continuous story. It would be nice to start from the beginning, but hey, I ain't your Lucis, so, you know, do whatever you want. I am appreciative of you of clicking on the video. But anyway, everything that I said before at my preamble before is the same as it was at the start of Volume 5. So we're just gonna continue right on. I still have a little bit of energy left, but obviously, as you can tell, I am starting to get slightly mouth fatigued. Yeah, don't take that out of context. But we're gonna continue on. We finished Volume 5, and now it's on to Volume 6. Continue on. Volume 6. In the Weave of Fate. Bronya looks disheveled as fuck. I probably shouldn't have cursed so early in the video. Regardless, she looks awful. Like mentally. Her mental looks awful. Regardless, in we go. Alright, this route contains content and warnings for discussions of sex and sexuality, some sexually suggestive language, discussions of child abuse, and discussions of eugenics. This one's a little bit, probably a little heavier. This warning is legitimately advised. Letting y'all know now. It's been a couple of cycles now, long enough that you're getting used to calling them cycles instead of days at least, and it's feeling like the longest day of your life. Even if things have calmed down a little, everything still feels so dire. Like the trolls who are on world here are all living on borrowed time. Obviously that was more or less literally true for Elward and Lonk, but what about Wan Shi?
What about me?
Oh shit, you were doing the thing again. Well, you search for the right, most delicate way to phrase this. Isn't she kind of worried about the other Jades eventually having to go off-world? Wan Shi shrugs.
I try not to think about it much.
Just like my impending, and everyone's impending doom. I try not to think about it either. You squint at her. Doesn't she, though?
Shut up! You have no idea what you're even talking about. So just shut up.
You can't help but notice the tears that come in her eyes. Wan Shi quickly wipes at her face and shakes her head vigorously.
It's fine.
Okay, but it seems like maybe it's not fine.
Nope. It's fine. You'll see.
Well, hey, she gets to really fight the power, just like Daraya.
Why would I care about being like Daraya?
You know what? Never mind. But she's got to be excited about this, right? The sense of freedom? Wan Shi shrugs, looks down, and quietly tugs at the lock of hair.
I guess, mostly, I'm just worried about the others.
Understandable. Wait, why is she worried about the others? Did something happen to them? It suddenly occurs to you that they might not even be there when you arrive. You're trying to remember how old everyone was. They seemed like they were all young adults, so...
They're still on planet, just...
She trails off and frowns down at the ground.
It's just that they're not doing so great. And basically, the only thing keeping them here right now is Imperial bureaucracy bullshit. Don't you dare tell Bronya I said bullshit. Woo.
Gotcha. Wan Shi's very quiet for the rest of the walk to the caverns, which makes for an extremely awkward walk. You mostly focus on admiring all the deadly flora that you've missed so very much over the last few years. 100 feet or so from the cavern entrance, Wan Shi stops in her tracks.
All they care about is their own stupid bullshit now. It's dumb, and I hate it.
You're not sure what she means by that exactly, but at least she's glad that they're all still around, right? After all, the alternative would be that she takes over the caverns. Oh, no, a thought occurs to you. Are the others going to be sent off-world as soon as she's ready for the job of the cavern matriarch? Wan Shi shuffles her feet and her voice drops.
No one knows. I do badly on my tests on purpose. Not enough to get kicked out, but...
Ah, she throws on purpose. Badly enough that the others don't get kicked out too, huh? Wan Shi nods solemnly.
Yeah.
Wan Shi, what are you doing out here again?
Hey, Lynera. Hearing a very familiar yell, you look up to see yet another one of your old friends. Lynera is standing there, brandishing a knife and scowling. Uh-oh. We're already on our bullshit. Hey there, Lynera. You're not planning to, stab anyone with that knife, are you?
What?
Her eyes go from the knife to you to Wanshi and back to you, and back to again. You can see the instant that it registers with her what's happening. She drops the knife point down into the dirt and runs forward, grabbing you with an incited hug.
You came back after all this time.
Yay, she remembers us. Yep, you sure did come back. Maybe you can't breathe. And then I quickly lets go and jumps back, blushing and shaking a little bit.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you or anything. I just got excited. It's been so long. Where were you?
You've been getting that question a lot lately, and everyone seems to have a different way of saying it. Some were hurt or angry at you, but Lynera just seems genuinely confused. Without even breaking stride, she breaks into a grin and waves a hand in front of her face.
Never mind. It doesn't even matter. I'm just so happy that you're back now.
Lynera composes herself far more quickly than you would have expected, all things considered, and walks over to pick the knife up out of the ground. She frowns and wipes absently against her skirt. So she never did answer you about the stabby thing. You're not prepared for the look of absolute shock that crosses her face.
Why would I do something like that?
She glances down at the knife in her hands, and her eyebrows shoot at an shoot up as understanding dawns.
Oh, my Empress, no. I was making dinner when one of the Luci came running in. I thought that maybe someone was...
She trails off and shuffles in place, dropping her gaze.
I wasn't even thinking about the knife. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Oh no, it's fine. It's just the last time you saw her, she was maybe... You notice once she had the corner of your eye, quickly waving a hand in a stop talking, you idiot motion. You quickly stop talking.
It's fine. Lynn, we were just out checking it on Lank. Ooh.
Lynera frowns at the mention of the name and shakes her head.
You shouldn't be associating with him. It's not safe. Also, I told you to stop calling me Lynn.
Once she rolls her eyes and begins to push past Lynera.
Only like it when she calls you that? Ooh.
That is not true.
Yeah, okay, Lynera. I'll be in my room if you need me. Ooh.
Ugh, I swear she makes me so angry sometimes.
Lynera's expression softens as she turns back to you. She seems to be looking up and you up and down, trying to decide if you're real or not.
It's okay. Let's get you inside and cleaned up.
Yeah. Before you can go very far into the caverns, you stop to clear your throat, which gets Lynera to return and look at you again. So, just so you know what you're getting yourself into, what exactly happened over the last couple sweeps? Lynera looks at you like you just asked the world's stupidest question, which, to be fair, you kinda did.
I don't know how to answer that. It's been a long time and...
She trails off and shuffles in place, reaching over to hug her arms around herself.
Look, we can talk about it later, okay? I want the others to know you're here.
Sure. The Grubs. After a short walk down the hallways of the caverns, you find yourself emerging to a high-ceilinged common space. The room is filled with a mismatch of varied pieces of furniture that give it a warm, lived-in feeling. Sitting in a high-backed armchair in the corner of the room, you see another familiar face. Daraya looks up and she hears the two of you come in.
What's up, fuckers?
Oh. Hey. Lynera glares at her in motions with the knife. Honestly, it just seems like she forgets she has the thing in her hands at all.
Stop it. Look, we've got company.
Just
Yeah,
naturally.
that's supposed to mean something to me? Hey there, you're back, right?
You? You gesture at yourself and Daraya rolls her eyes.
No, I meant this nosy bitch who insists on poking into everyone's nook about everything.
Huh? What the? Whoa, whoa, hold on. Hold on. Is this the same Daraya? The fucking, what? I'm taken aback. All of a sudden we get a foul-mouthed Daraya that seems to have stopped giving a shit. Why? Why? This is, hold on. I don't think I'm going to be ready for what's going to show up next. Next, you see Lynera's face explode into a veritable fireball of green. She starts to stammer and fidget, and you can't help but notice that Daraya is grinning from ear to ear at the sight of it.
That is...
Broke down already, huh, Lynn?
You notice that Lynera doesn't correct Daraya, but instead looks straight down at her feet and gathers up a handful of her skirt and mumbles something under her breath. You can't understand.
What's that? Sorry, I couldn't quite hear.
I said that it isn't fair when you say things like that to me.
What is going on? What is going on? Hold on. I'm taken aback. I didn't I think we need to. I think we need to do a reset. I think we need to do a fucking world reset. What what is going on? Time out. Throw a yellow flag. What the fuck? What? What's going on? What is this? What is... Huh? Daraya shrugs and turns to you again. She quickly pushes herself out of the chair and walks over.
What's up, fucker?
Oh, I'm... I forgot who was who! It's all a bunch of J-Bloods. I thought this was Bronya. I forgot the typing quirk. I forgot the fucking... I forgot everything. I forgot the names and the association with it. Like, wait, this is it's not Bronya. It's obviously Daraya, you dumbass. God, I'm so stupid. I obviously should not have come back at this immediately after the last volume. My head is not on straight. Sup, Daraya? Oh, well, what's up? Is, you're actually not sure how to answer the question. Actually, the whole situation is making me very comfortable.
Yeah, we're pitched. Been pitched for like a sweep now.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. We weren't here for that. That's crazy. I didn't even... That is bonkers town.
Daraya! You can't just say things like that in front of company.
I thought it was, like, customary to essentially notify everyone how much you were in a relationship with somebody.
Why? You ashamed of me? Or are you worried they're gonna find out about your little secret?
She winks at Lynera, who somehow manages to flush an even deeper shade of green. While this not at all awkward moment is happening, you hear the sound of someone approaching the cavern hallways.
Lynera,
now here's
do you have
Bronya.
a minute to do me a favor? 1.
Hello.
Please clean out the soaper trap in the nursery. 2. Check on the Lucii down in the main cavern. 3. Make sure that Wanshi is studying at least an hour. Her last set of marks on the evaluation were atrocious.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Lynera nods quietly to this, and you catch sight of something in her face that's hard for you to place.
Of course. What are Moirels for, after all?
Oh no, Moirels. That's right! Once she did say that everyone was in the places they didn't want to be. That's so fucking true. Get ready for... This may have to be a 2-day, 2-parter, because I don't think I want to deal with relationship issues this late at night. It's almost 8 o'clock for me. And with a very nervous laugh, Lynera walks down the far hallway. Goodbye. As soon as she's gone, it's like Bronya suddenly notices you all at once. And you can see how now familiar wash of emotions going over her face, the recognition of what she's seeing, and finally she smiles at you. Before you know it, you're wrapped in the second almost too tight hug inside of the last 10 minutes or so.
It's wonderful to see you again. If Wanshi had said something, I would have made something special for you.
Yeah, well, if you're both gonna be doing this, I'm going to my room.
See ya. Brian turns to pretend Daria's shoulder. There's a soft look in her eye as she smiles and leans in to kiss Daraya on the cheek.
I'll be along in a minute, darling.
What the fuck? Now I know what she means by this. We need to do a little swippy swap. What the fuck? How did this happen? How did any of this happen, bruh? They really said, we're gonna make the worst decisions for ourselves. Yep, that makes sense. Wait, what? Daraya smiles at the corner of her mouth and at least lets out a short snort of laughter.
Sure thing, darling.
What the fuck is going on? What? You're asking me to do a choice now? Oh. I don't know, bro. Oh, wait. I should probably sit here with Bronya. Hey, how's it going? You stand there watching as Daraya walks off, still trying to fully process everything here. So, you say in your most casual way possible, you and Daraya, huh? So. Big gulps, huh? Bryan's response to this is to immediately press her hands in front of her, looking down at the ground.
We weren't doing anything improper.
Yep, that wasn't something you had even suggested. Although now that she mentions it, wasn't there something about Jades and not being allowed to be in relationships or something?
That might be true if we were cloistered, but we are not cloistered, so the Empire doesn't really care.
Okay, well that sounds like a lie. That sounds like a lie! You don't think you need to really push this specific intensely personal issue anymore, but you did have some questions if she has a few minutes. Bronya perks up.
Oh, of course.
Huh?
I'd love to answer your questions.
Why are there hearts? Why are there hearts? Why does she have a heart meter?
Which I'm sure won't be 1. Overly invasive.
Okay.
2. Take up too much time.
Okay, I'll be quick about it. About the caverns.
What did you want to know about the caverns? That's such a broad question, and I could talk for hours about it.
Yeah, okay, that's a pretty good point. You guys were wondering about the general situation in the caverns. Like, you notice that there's more drones around, and that feels kind of weird. Plus, aren't they all supposed to be off-world or something?
Oh my goodness, yes! 1. The drones were scheduled to be removed for refitting, but we haven't gotten replacements yet. 2. We're all currently waiting to be relieved by someone else who can take over our duties in the cavern. 3. At that time, we will be assigned off-world somewhere.
You know, her voice trails off, and you can hear how sad she sounds. Well, wait a minute. You gotta remember quickly, maybe she's done such a good job they'll let her stick around.
It doesn't really work like that. What I do here, any Jade blood with proper training can do it. Well, most of it.
She steals a glance over one of the grubs, making its way along a low bench in one corner of the common room. You remember the nursery, all those grubs that would surely be suitable only for culling if Bronya wasn't there to help them. You wonder what would happen if she wasn't there, if someone less compassionate or less willing to defy the Empire was in charge.
Defy the Empire? Goodness no!
Oh, well, shit, you did the thing again. No, you clarify, you don't mean defy the Empire, more like, going against established rules and procedures in a way that's surely not going to be noticed. Bronya looks nervous.
As long as we're clear about that, I would never want to defy the Empire. Why?
She doesn't say anything else. She doesn't have to say anything else. Your mind immediately goes to the other people living in the caverns, all the people that Bronya's committed to herself to taking care of. What would happen to them if she were seen as defiant? You really don't want to keep going down this particular mental footpath, so you quickly change the subject. Okay, so Bronya is still gonna be for escape, I imagine. Oh, Karako. Why do we care? Why does she know about Karako? Was she taking care of him? So, Lynera seems nice. Bronya squints and smiles softly.
Oh, she is. She is. 1. Always cheerful about her work around the caverns. 2. Always willing to help the others. 3.
Bronya clears her throat.
3. She is the best Moirail I could ever hope to have.
Bronya's face breaks into a grin that feels strangely forced. You know what? This is actually getting kind of ridiculous. You've been dancing around this for so long, and it's painfully obvious what's going on here. Ooh. Do we dare? Do we dare? Do we get a little, she said no personal questions. It is obvious. Really hurts to look at that smile. She looks so uncomfortable. You wonder if maybe this wasn't the right approach. Maybe it would have been better to be more upfront about what's right in front of her face.
Of course! You understand how important my pale relationship with Lynera is, and my matespriteship with Daraya. Everything fits into place just the way it should.
That's certainly one way to put it. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I want to see what was the other path. I think the autosaves... Oh, yeah, this one. Let's do it. Fine. We'll see. She's obviously flushed for her. Brian lets out a heavy, long sigh and shakes her head. There's a lot here. A lot to unpack and process. Maybe you push things a little bit too much. Then again, you're getting sick and tired of all these people who refuse to talk about their feelings with each other.
You're wrong about that. We're pale with each other. Moirails.
Sure, buddy.
The best Moirails.
She laughs nervously, that same forced feeling from before, and this actually hurts to watch. You caught on pretty quickly that Lynera had a gigantic crush on Bronya. She wasn't exactly subtle about it, but you might have misjudged how Bronya felt in return. Has she considered that maybe, and you're just putting this out there, she might have some feelings for Lynera that she hasn't fully explored?
Stop it! 1. I'm in a happy matespriteship with someone else, something I take very seriously. 2. Lynera and I are Moirails. And even if I weren't already spoken for in that quadrant, the idea of vacillating like that it's not supposed to be like that. I really need you to stop poking your non-existent nose into situations that have nothing to do with you.
Fair enough. So where's Karako? I feel like it's good to poke at it. Because the more that you poke at it, the more you'll be able to do stuff about it. I'm just gonna stop caring about that stupid fucking phone. Where's Karako? Brian's face falls as soon as the question leaves your mouth. She's shifting and grabs a handful of skirt in her hands, working the cloth between her fingertips as she bites her lip.
She's not here right now.
Wait, did she maybe misspeak? You thought Karako was a boy? Brian shrugs.
No, she wasn't. isn't. She's still out there somewhere.
Wasn't? Wait, she died? Oh, I guess I got it wrong. Whatever. Don't care. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, okay. That's crazy. What? It really feels like she's talking past you now. Something about Calico specifically seeing you very close to home. You're not sure to pry this particular nugget of information
In any
out.
case, I don't want to talk about it.
But that's like one of the best. I don't even know. I guess she now. I don't even know if she was a purple blood or not. She had the rage. She definitely did not miss it. But nah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Fine, sorry. There's a deep sadness behind her eyes. You wish you could say something to her, something to make this all better, but you really don't know what you could possibly say that wouldn't end up making all this exponentially worse. You end up sending for a half-hearted smile and a little bit of a wave. Bronya nods
I
at you.
appreciate that you're trying at least.
This is so painful to dance around this bullshit. Oh my god. This may be the hardest route that I'll ever have to go down. Because this I am not a fan of. So, she and Daraya have a thing.
Yes, I suppose you could say we are a thing. If by that, you mean we are in a happy matespritship together, of course.
This makes me want to fucking scream. There is, oh my god, this entire thing makes me want to fucking scream. There is, even they make a point about it, saying like, yeah, this is so obviously forced, and like, yeah, this is like the thing I hate the most. Someone like forcing themselves to be happy in a relationship that they obviously know is not fucking good. Oh my god, it annoys me greatly. And having to read through this and dance around the subject, I'm not equipped for this. I'm not the type of person for something like this. Yeah, that's basically what you meant. It's just, well, it's a little bit... You're trying to find a way to put this that won't make Bronya feel awful. You never really got the sense that Bronya and Daraya were interested in each other like that. Bronya doesn't seem to like this. She knits her eyebrows and frowns at you.
Because you know so much about our matespritship? Because you know so much about all of us? After more than 2 sweeps, you know people change, right?
Yeah, you guess that's true. You think back on everyone you've met up till now, on how their lives have diverged at some point while you weren't there. You wonder how many others you'll meet whose lives have similarly branched away from their original path. Who are you to judge?
Thank you for being so understanding. In any case, 1. Daraya and I have been matesprits for almost a sweep now. 2. We both experience a happy balance of flush, pitched, and pale quadrants. 3. We are both very happy with how things are and hardly experience a single thought to the contrary.
She smiles, somewhat unconvincing.
You understand this is all normal, right?
Maybe? You're not sure, to be honest. What even is normal when you really get down to it? How do you simplify definite feelings about other people like that?
That's not much of an answer.
You know, that was not much of a question.
But I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it?
What's all the grubs? You can't help but notice there's grubs, well, basically everywhere. You got the impression from your last visit that they were all kind of fragile.
They are, but it's important that they also have a safe environment to explore in.
I just realized there's a little guy. There's a little lad. Or ladette.
After all, grub enrichment is critical in ensuring proper wiggler development.
Well, except for the one she's nursing back to health, right? They need to be kept safe from harm more than the others. Bronya looks off to the side nervously.
Yes. 1. Every grub deserves the same chance at a healthy life. 2. Rules to the contrary are nonsense.
You never thought you'd hear her say something like that. Is she sure she doesn't have a bit of a rebellious streak in her? Bronya's face blanches and she shakes her head vigorously.
Of course not!
Okay, sure, that seems reasonable and not at all like a lie. As you're about to move this increasingly awkward conversation along, you hear a soft chirp coming from Bronya's coat pocket. Oh, hello! Hello! Oh, he's so cute! Gah!
Oh, yeah. This one was... They were significantly smaller than the other grubs at hatching. I doubt they would have survived on their own, especially given standard procedure in such cases.
So she just decided to carry them around in their pocket.
Just until they get bigger. After all, every grub deserves the same chance at a healthy life.
She smiles softly and reaches down to tickle the tiny grub's head. They respond with another soft chirp and a half-hearted attempt to bite Bronya's finger. You think it's really cool if she's fighting back against Empire system like that.
Oh no! I'm not fighting the Empire, just not telling them about this. It's not an important detail.
My god, Bronya! This is also annoying to go against. Holy shit. This fucking tango, I want to stop dancing to it.
As matriarch of these caverns, it is well within my rights to make these decisions.
Sure. You suspect that's not actually true, but you wisely decide not to press the issue anymore. I ain't fucking Phoenix Wright here. I need to stop pressing for info. But going off-world? A heavy sigh leaves Bronya's lips. She leans forward and shakes her head.
One day soon, anyway. As soon as the caverns are brought back up to full capacity. The drones need repair, and we need additional Jades to come in and take over for the 3 of us.
Excuse me. It doesn't take a genius to figure out who the 3 of us refers to, so you don't ask for it to explain.
And then, we'll all do our duty.
Now, what does that mean? You're not completely sure what it is the Jade Bloods do once they go off-world. Something about Space Church?
You're thinking of the clowns, I think.
Probably.
Jade Bloods end up in the cloisters, though. Or on the colonies. It depends on what's needed at any given moment.
Okay. She's looking at the ground as she says it. You're sitting here trying to figure out exactly what the implications of all this are. You remember Long talking about the cloisters, but he wasn't very keen on giving you specifics.
The cloisters are... It's where we go to prepare new mother grubs. To ensure our species has a future.
Okay.
But there are strict rules.
As I imagine.
For one thing, we wouldn't be allowed to hold any kind of attachments to others that might influence our thinking.
Okay. So wait a minute. Is she saying that she'd have to be by herself? They wouldn't keep her together with anyone else? Not her mate spirit or her Moirail? Bronya nods solemnly.
And how exactly do you think I feel about that?
Let's go with conflicted. Your voice feels bitterness.
You could say that, yes. I have many mixed feelings about the circumstances we're in right now. But it doesn't matter, because I have my grubs to care for. I have people I care about. I have responsibilities. And if I stop for even 1 second to worry about what happens next...
She trails off, and you're sure that you can see the tears forming in the corners of her eyes. You know what? Maybe it would be better to just talk about something else. So yeah, a good distraction is a solid plan. Bronya sniffles quietly and smiles again. This time it isn't the broad faux smile she was putting on before, but smaller, quieter, and oh so much sadder.
I think maybe it would be best if you gave me a minute.
You're about to argue with her, but you catch a look in her eyes and decide that, yeah, maybe it would be better to go talk with someone else for a while, or do something else. Literally anything other than bother Bronya. Let's go to Daraya. You'd probably be a good call to find Daraya, at least to make sure she'll be able to get in touch with Tizius again and all that. So, after a little, wow, okay. Okay, so I guess this is how many times we can poke and prod them before they get fed up with you and kill you or something. So, the room itself is a mess. It's got a certain kind of organized chaos vibe going for it, rather than the sense of actual disorganization. Inside, it looks like Daraya is sitting on back on a couch, lounge plank, whatever. She's reading what looks like a comic book.
Can I help you?
She's definitely got her palm husk out, that's for sure. Hey, who is she talking to that thing? Maybe Moira? Daria's face turns to Jade and she turns away from her.
None of your fucking business is who I'm talking to. Look, if you're not gonna leave me alone, at least stop standing there like an asshole. What is it?
It's my natural way of standing. Oh, you must just want to ask her some questions. Nothing too weirdly
Fine.
personal.
Can you please just ask already?
Alright. Everyone seems so tense! That's what I'm saying, bro. What's going on? Alright, what's going on around here?
What's going on around here? Seriously?
That's what I said. Yeah, you know, what's happening? What's the scoop? What's the deal? You kind of wish you spent more time brushing up your lingo. And then you're turning slang so you can relate to more of these crazy kids, wigglers, whatever. Daria's eyeing you like you just said a pretty stupid thing.
I haven't been a wiggler for a while now. You never even knew me as a wiggler. You are so condescending right now.
Ouch, that one stings a little bit. Maybe you should apologize to her. Look, you start to explain, sometimes you just say things, stupid things, wrong things. You might be because those things hurt other people, and you weren't thinking about how your freeform railing might actually make her feel. You've been realizing lately that maybe your approach to people hasn't necessarily been the best. That maybe treating other people like brief interactions that can be compartmentalized into 10 or 15 minutes leaves out a lot of nuance and complexity in interpersonal relationships.
Okay. That's a weird-ass apology. But I guess that's all I'm getting, huh?
She smiles at you and quickly tactfully redirects the conversation you just wanted to know how things have been since you left. You're sorry for that, by the way, for disappearing without saying.
Look, it's fine. I mean, I guess you did kinda help introduce me to my Moirail. And I know what you did up on the Teal ship. Tizius told me.
You were pretty fired up with the whole anti-empire thing up there, weren't you? So a lot of stuff that you now have to live up to.
Yeah, exactly. I miss her. Wish I could see her again, but you know how it is.
You're not actually sure if you know how it is, but you nod along anyway, and Daraya grins at you.
Yeah, you get it. Besides, Bronya's really sweet. And Lynera is, well...
She smiles softly and motions with her hands. Sure. Oh my god, I only got 2 chances. Oh, this is a fucking yikes. Let's just go here. This is such a dance with death here, it seems. I piss off one person and it could mean there's a whole route that's locked off. This sucks. Everyone seems so tense.
That's your big observation here? What you're taking away from everything?
Well, sure, it's true, right? They all seem really stressed out in this kind of vague, hard-to-define way. What's it even about?
Fucking seriously. You do realize we're all basically waiting to get shipped off world, right? Like, even if that wasn't the likely outcome, even if I could get out of here or something, what would happen?
Well, seems to be working okay for Lonk and Elwood, right? Daraya laughs at you.
Yeah, fucking right. Hiding out and just waiting for the day that the drones come along and find them. Or they make a wrong move and end up on the end of a legislator's gun. There's only one likely outcome for them, and that's they end up dead. I'd rather live my whole life in the fucking cloisters. Or maybe in some shithole colony managing rust blood tax.
Dude, those do all sound like pretty bad options, true. But surely there's some bright side here. There must be something that makes this all worthwhile.
What, you mean other than sneaking out to play underground concerts with the band and fucking my pitch mate in the back of the library? No, not really.
Damn. Got hit with a truck there. Now you're the one feeling embarrassed and immediately regretting that you went down this line of conversation. Can't you maybe talk about literally anything else? Can we not talk about fucking your pitch mate? What is... what was that about a band? No, we already know about the band, but what do we want to know that won't piss her off? We only have 2 tries with this. What's with her and Lynera?
We're pitched. Is that enough for you? Or do you want, like, excruciating
I shouldn't have asked. I am sorry. I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have asked. I realized it was dumb. What? Oh god, no. You really don't think that's that kind of story. M-rated for sure, but to get solidly into some adults-only territory. No. Keep going. We need this in extensive detail. Judging by Daraya's puzzled expression, I feel like you just said basically all of that out loud.
It's fine. Just tell me you were still like this.
Right, but yes, you understand what a pitch relationship is.
I feel like you're gonna add something here.
I fat-fingered it. What a pitch relationship is. You suppose it's not a complete surprise or anything. It seems like there's more to this. Daraya narrows her eyes and scowls at you, and then, without further explanation, she becomes very interested in avoiding your gaze and shuffling her feet uncontrollably.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Lynera's a bitch, and I hate her. Which, well, you know the deal. Wouldn't want to go and get too adults-only about it for you.
Yeah. You think it's time to steer this conversation in a different direction?
Let's do that. Whatever. As if I'm going to be giving a shit what you think of what me and Lynn are.
She stops herself. That sounded pretty... You don't know. It's familiar? You don't know. Familiar? The right word? Is familiar the right word? You never heard anyone call Lynera by anything other than her full name. Is it normal for pitchmates to call each other pet names? Daraya is turning a deep, vibrant green.
I swear to the mother grub herself, I will fucking murder you.
It would not be the first time, nor will be the last. We gained... What? We gained a heart, and then we lost the heart again. What the fuck? We gained the heart, and then we immediately lost it. Bruh. Let's talk about Wan Shi.
Her deal? I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be a bit more specific than that.
Well, you know, she's getting out in the cave with a pair of fugitives from the Empire. She's really into, like, troll D&D now. You did a whole thing with that.
Yeah, he's super into that shit now. I mean, not that I care about anything like that.
You're going to just agree to put a pin in that one for now. Maybe circle back later. Also, what's up with how she's dressed? Does that feel a little bit familiar? Daraya screws up her face and looks down at her outfit quickly, then back up at you.
Look, I have no idea what you mean. She just
Sure.
started dressing like that one day. It's not like I told her to or anything.
Sure. I think it's kind of cool. I genuinely think it's a cool thing. Even if once she's dressing like Daraya, then that must mean she looks up to Daraya at least a little bit. Daraya's pretty sharp. Surely she's figured that out by now. Daraya turns red, nervously, smile in silence.
I don't know. Maybe? Fuck.
Well, you think that's silly?
Shit. You sound kind of like Bronya right now. Couple of goddamn dorks.
Hey. So what was that about Bronya? Let's not go with the band.
Well, you know how it is. She's still in charge of the caverns. Keeps us all organized, all that. Absolutely hard-ass most of the time. Also, we've been made spritz for, like, almost a sweep.
You feel like maybe she should have led with that part. Daraya shakes her head.
What? What is it? You got something to say to me about this?
Nope. I do have room to fuck up. Yeah, that's, yeah, happy, sure. Yeah, seem happy together. Frowns, mouth twists to snort, sneer, content, shakes.
How about you not bullshit me? Is that really so fucking hard?
Well, fuck me for trying! Load up. I'm getting kind of tired of people bullshitting me now. This feels off. Daraya puts her head down and sighs. I guess we probably should be more straight with her. She doesn't care for people bullshitting people, I guess. I should have seen that one coming. Daraya puts her head down and sighs heavily, and this doesn't feel like something she's putting on. In fact, it feels like she's dropping her guard out for a second. Just a little bit. You don't say anything. You're worried that saying something will break the spell and she'll be back to her old self.
You're right. Don't suppose you know much about quadrants, do you?
You don't say anything, but it doesn't matter. She's already talking again.
Like, I know how it is. One troll per quadrant. That's how things balance out, right? Duty to the Empire. Duty to each other. All that stupid bullshit. But what if my feelings aren't so fucking simple? What if I'm pitched for her one day, and then I'm feeling like I just want things to be soft and...
Oh, so you're so... Oh my god, Daraya's a switch. She's a switch. That's I'm not laughing as in a haha you're a switch way, more like that's an interesting fact to know. She stops dead in her tracks and looks up at you as if she's just realized that she was talking out loud. She shakes her head quickly, looking embarrassed.
Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Okay, what was that about a band? So she's interested in vacillating because sometimes emotions aren't as clear-cut as just love or hate. Is that about a band? Daraya glares at you, but there's a trace of smile on her lips. She doesn't answer right away, but instead fidgets with her hands for a few seconds, as if she's taking the time to process what this conversation is going to reveal about her.
Yeah, I got a band. We play a lot of bronze blood grunge punk and shit like that. Our singer's all about that, and yeah.
You're kind of unclear exactly on how much Alternian culture revolves around the arts in general. You've definitely seen music and art, obviously, but it feels like there's always a certain undercurrent of expectation to cater to the high bloods, or at least to acknowledge your place in society. Daraya grins and sticks up a middle finger. Oh, nice to know that gesture translates across your universes like that.
Hell, fucking no. We don't have to cater to shit. This is underground protest music. Shit could get us called.
Oh geez, that sounds really dangerous. Isn't she worried about what might happen if the Empire caught wind of this? Daraya shrugs.
You sound like Bronya, jeez. She doesn't want me doing the concerts, but after what went down with Elward, she's not going too hard on the I'm your mate sprit and I worry about you thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Daria's playing in an underground punk band. That's definitely not dangerous and a little bit insane at all.
Yeah, well, some of us aren't happy just nursing sick grubs back to health all day.
Daria glares at you through narrowed eyes.
As fucking great as it's been to catch up, I'm kind of busy right now. So maybe I'll bother someone else for a while.
You know what? That sounds like a fantastic idea. You're sure Daria could use some time to reflect on her horribly depressing life circumstances.
Thanks. Yes.
Alright, Lynera. Well, if this is great and all, I figure you should definitely go see what Lynera's up to. After all, it would be rude to ignore the friend that greeted you when you arrived here. You wander off to find Lynera. You still vaguely remember the way from before, and you can't help but think that this whole situation is feeling odd. Like you've stepped into a wholly different genre of experience yet again. Fortunately, you don't have time to reflect on things, because you quickly arrive at Lynera's weird, creepy murder dungeon. Again with the murder dungeons. Alright, 4 hearts, except it isn't weird, creepy murder dungeon. In fact, it's just kind of looks like a quiet side room in a university library, or something. The room is lined with bookshelves, mostly full of regular, non-murder themed books. It's the old dolls, it's so cute. You can make out a few titles, boring stuff like Grub Raising Best Practices and The 7 Habits of Highly Organized Auxiliatrix, and okay, that one sounds like it's probably a somewhat salacious romance novel. At one end of the room, Lynera sits behind a wooden desk, writing in a small journal. Hello. She closes the journal with a soft thump and gets close up to get.
Oh, it's you again. My apologies for before. I shouldn't have left without saying anything else.
You good. Honestly, you're still kind of reeling at the redecoration that's been happening here. This is, well, it looks pretty nice. Lynera adjusts the sweater vest she always seems to be wearing and smiles at you expectantly. Let's talk about the caverns.
Oh, what did you want to know?
You're mostly wondering what's happening with the caverns in general. If you're remembering your Alternian lore correctly, they should all be about the age when they have to go off-world, right?
Yes. I'm already half a sweep past when I could be called for ascension. Even Daria's hit 10 sweeps. We're all just waiting for them to find someone suited to take over, and then...
She doesn't finish the sentence, but you can see how her gauge drops. As soon as they find someone else to take over, the rest of them are gone.
The only reason we're still here is because no one has been found yet that meets the rigorous standards for cavern duty.
Yeah? Wanshi? You know, Wanshi's kind of young, but isn't she like 7 or 8 sweeps now? Wouldn't she be able to take over soon?
Yes, but she's pretending she's incompetent.
Wait, what?
She thinks she's hiding it really well, but I know she's faking her exam results. She doesn't want us to leave.
Lynera sighs and frowns. You're wondering if any of this has anything to do with how quick Wanshi wants to shut herself in her room.
She looks up to Daraya a lot.
You kind of figure. The outfit was sort of a dead giveaway. Lynera smiles sadly.
Yeah, she'll be sad when we're gone. I wish I could do something more. But as far as the Empire's concerned, she's not ready yet.
So that Bronya, huh? The tint of color expands from Lynera's cheeks to cover her whole face. She's smiling in a way you don't think you've seen from her before.
I love her.
Oh, okay. Lynera blinks and shakes her head as if she just snapped herself back to reality.
As a Moirail, I don't want things to be unclear at all. I love having her as a Moirail.
Sure.
She's kind and considerate, and she's always trying to do what's best. I can't imagine having a better Moirail in the whole world.
Sure. She smiles at you, nervous and forced. You're seeing a lot of those kinds of smiles lately. It makes me want to fucking barf. Oh. How do you really feel? Lynera shakes her head and wipes her eyes quickly with the back of her hand.
I wish you'd stop talking to me like this.
Like what?
You keep questioning how I feel about people. Maybe I'm not a Wiggler anymore. Maybe I know my own feelings better than you think I do.
Wait, suddenly getting very quiet.
You don't know what it's like to be in my position. To feel things that you just can't talk to them about.
That went about as well as you should have expected it would. You rushed to quickly change the subject. Alright. Every single one of these people are different in how you approach them. Bronya and Daraya... Not Daraya. Bronya and Lynera both want a roundabout way of explaining their situation. while Daraya wants it straightforward. Got it. About the murder dungeon.
Excuse me? The what?
Lynera's eyebrows knit up as she looks around the room quickly. Oh, you know, you say very casually, still working on being super cash, literally all the time after all. The horrible murder dungeon where she tried you up and threatened your life.
My study. Are you talking about my study?
Yeah, that study murder dungeon, it's all good, just that you know she's changed the decor lately. What's that about? Lynera's face is a mix of confusion and the first traces of genuine pain.
But it always looked like this. I'm sorry. I know it might be a little bit dusty, but to call it a murder dungeon is very rude.
Huh? Am I what? Wait. Shit, I'm sorry. Obviously some kind of fundamental miscommunication. You try to think back, to remember what was happening at the time. You were stressed out, you've just been tied up and you're being interrogated.
You were an intruder. What was I supposed to do? Let you just go hurt the people I love?
That shit, you hadn't thought about it like that. Maybe she didn't see a random stranger appearing in your room one day in such a great light. Okay, but seriously, this room hasn't changed?
No. Well, I mean, I did get one new thing. I don't think you saw these.
She walks over to the shelf and picks up the 3 small plush dolls. They're clearly made to look like Bronya, Lynera, and Daraya, albeit it's rendered in a somewhat crude medium of felt. They're cute. Lynera gives each of the dolls a squeeze and turns to smile.
My Kiss Me Sis and my Moirail and me. It's been the 3 of us for a while, and maybe it's not always easy, but at least we have each other.
She sets the dolls down on the shelf again and turns to smile at you.
Was there something else you wanted to ask
cool.
about?
We saved the situation. Okay, you and Daraya.
Oh, well, we've been pitched for about a sweep now?
This is painful, if you can imagine. Having to play through this and have it be like this, holy shit. I don't think there is any amount of, like, holy shit. I hate things feeling forced, and being obviously forced, even if it is for story reasons. This makes me uncomfortable. Lynera looks down at the ground, her eyes flitting back and forth as a frown plays across her face.
She's always doing things that I think they're dangerous. I hate her.
I feel like y'all really have no clue how these relationships work at all. You're still trying to get your head around exactly what the whole pitch quadrant thing even means. It seems kind of like a rivalry thing, enemies to lovers. Honestly, you're not sure, especially after seeing the kind of weird dynamic that Tagora and Gallic seem to have going on.
Well, we're here to make sure we're our best.
It is weird. I'm glad that we're acknowledging that this whole quadrant thing is weirdly convoluted.
She pushes my buttons and I push hers, but in a good way.
I'm sure y'all know all the buttons to push if you know what I mean. She's blushing deeply, fidgeting with her sweater and smiling. You're not even sure if this is a typical behavior for a kismesis.
Oh, it's very normal.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, that seems normal.
Of course. We're in a stable and healthy pitch relationship. We don't have any kind of problems.
Totally. Your mind flashes back with Daraya, so when you first saw her in Lynera again. Something about a secret? What did that mean? Lynera's looking at you expectantly, as if she really needed this all to be okay. This to be all okay. You don't think you can honestly say one way or the other exactly what's going on with her and Daraya, but that little slip of the tongue earlier felt pretty meaningful. Instead of working through any of this, you choose to smile and nod. Lynera seems to take this pretty well in stride, since she doesn't ask any follow-up questions.
I'm sorry, but I think you should be going now. I've got some things I want to write down, and I'd rather have some privacy.
You know how to take a hint with the best of them, so you quickly and quietly excuse yourself and find someone else to talk to. You really don't want to bother any of them right now. It feels like they've all got their own issues to work through privately, and maybe this isn't your place to try and solve everyone else's problems like this. It's just, you got your standard pitch about, hey, let's smash the fucking Empire to go through, and you haven't even gotten to it yet. Yeah, we're currently flitting about with, like, relationship issues, and it's like, it's been a little over 49 minutes now, and I have no fucking clue what we're gonna do about the whole giving somebody a, hey, let's go fuck up the Empire sort of deal. What are we gonna do about that? I don't fucking know. My throat's tired, bro.